Tower on Hobbit Lane. I'm sure all of you guys are remember when there was a property owner up there was concerned about their emptying into storm drains and so forth. So this would be a motion to approve TJ in contacting them regarding our feelings and the fact that they can't do that if that is occurring.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think we need to pursue an agreement or an MOU with the water company that prohibits doesn't allow them to continue to discharge any water from any tank draining activities to our catch basin, which is not sized accordingly for that type of
it
activity.
could damage the,
How long has it been up there, that water tank?
A while.
What-
I don't know.
Steve,
For me,
how long's the water tank been up there?
many years.
Many years, that was.
Many years.
It might be an issue with the PWC. I'm just saying, that long time, they're gonna say something. I know.
Were the
This has to
tanks
do with
there
emptying
before-
into the
I'll
drain.
bet
Were the tanks there before the development?
Minimum, I'll bet you about 60 years, I'll bet you.
How many?
Or were they, was it there
60?
before the development, is what he's asking.
Yeah, well, it was there before the
Okay,
development
so
of
there was
Shire.
no drains to put
Or the-
it in
you're
back then.
It was there before the development.
Well, now that our catch basins are there and not adequately sized, I mean, at some point they would have started discharging to that catch basin. And
I just know I'm surmising the argument right now, but let's just surmise it.
well, we'll see what they have to say.
So I'm gonna make a motion to authorize the engineer to contact Pennsylvania American Water Company regarding that water tower on Hobbit Lane.
I'll second it.
Motion by Dupree, second by Wilson. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
The same subject, I did have a conversation with the attorney for Miss May, and whatever the guy's name is, she called me today. We had a conference call, I believe, it's related to this, we don't need action. We had a conference call, I believe, with,
Wednesday.
is it Wednesday? You know, we have a headache.
For the server down there.
So basically, we had a conversation, and we explained to the engineer, Mr. Housley, what needs to be done. He thought when we said design, that he had designed the structure of the hammerhead. I said, no, when I say design, I'm talking about putting together a plan, just to show the location of our hammerhead. So I think we had an understanding. I think the engineer spoke with Ms. May and Ms. Sebring, so I explained to him what's necessary. And, you know, the question is still going to be about that Price property, which is part of the plan of lots. And I said to him, you know, the reason why we're saying this because if you don't get that cleaned up, and it becomes an issue down the road for the whole process. So she understands what the circumstances. I explained to her what the law is about paper streets and in terms of plan of lots, so now they understand the consequence. But I did have a conversation, so she's supposed to get me something. So, and for the record, we had this meeting on July 6th, I believe. TJ said something on July 13th, or July 12th, to Mr. Housley, I believe. And, and I guess Ms. May was upset saying that we're dragging our feet, which I don't think dragging our feet occurred because things do happen. We can't just stop what we're doing to one person.
Yeah, the meeting was on Thursday. I sent my letter the following Tuesday or Wednesday.
So I just want to bring that to your attention.
Okay, P, authorize the solicitor to contact South Park Township regarding the possibility of turning over the Overlook Sewage building.
This is a situation that I believe we began the Overlook project probably in 2014 or 15 or something like that. And I don't have any signed documentation from what occurred, because you know, Mr. Parrish was gone, I guess, at that time. I was gone maybe 4 months later, and so I have no signed documents. But the thing was, you know, the township right now is doing the billing for that process. It doesn't make sense to do that.
It's horrible.
So I was going to contact the solicitor to see if they're willing to take over the billing for the whole project. Now there are issues. I understand that there is they pay a tap fee or paid a tap fee to, South Park.
So their tap fee, was $5,000, $2,500 to South Park, $2,500 to Union Township. Some of them had mortgage, as I say mortgage, their tap payments. So instead of having the money, some of them paid South Park and mortgaged the $2,500 to us. Some of them, we front moneyed their $2,500 to South Park, so they really mortgaged $5,000 with us.
So there's gonna have, you'll still have to bill those people.
For the taps.
Unless South Park's willing to do that. But it would be simpler, rather than you folks to be in the sewage billing business, to see if they're willing to take that over, so.
There's really only a handful of people that mortgage taps, and some of them have needed.
So-
Unfortunately, some of them for like 10 years.
Just wanna, if you guys will authorize me to contact the solicitor, to see if they're willing to take over the billing, because there's no reason why you should do the billing.
So moved.
I'll second that. Okay, so we have a motion by Mr. Parrish, a second